What's up, everyone? The NFL season is upon us once again. Dusting off the cobwebs of my channel. By the way, everyone, welcome to Redskins Talk TV. It's your host, Dre. I wanted to talk about the matchup this Sunday, Week 1, against the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are going to be tough. They got a good defensive line, primarily number 99, J.J. Watt. Now, what I'm going to do is talk about what we need to do on offense and defense in order to secure a win. I'm not one to predict victory. I'm just giving an assessment as impartial as I possibly can, given the circumstances for both teams. Now, offense, let's go ahead and talk about that. In order for us to be successful, the 5 guys in front of Robert Griffin III have to be able to make that commitment to keep his jersey clean during the passing part of the game. The 5 guys in front of Robert Griffin III have to be committed to making sure that our quarterback goes through the entire game unaccosted. Wishful thinking, I know. But I still have concerns based on what I saw in the preseason, primarily from the center all the way to the right. Tyler Columbus, he's going to draw the assignment against J.J. Watt. Big dude, long arms, very shifty, very, very powerful in his pass rush. I'm really concerned with this matchup primarily because I think with the strength and conditioning or lack thereof with our offensive line, Tyler Columbus is going to be the GOAT for this game if there's going to be any sack or anything where Robert Griffin III is going to get hit. It's going to usually, I'm thinking, come from the right side because that's where we lack the strength. Trent Williams is going to anchor the left. He's going to draw the assignment of Jadeveon Clowney. Now this, I have more confidence in Trent Williams, even though in the preseason I wasn't all too impressed because he didn't have quite the leverage. He didn't keep his feet under him. I saw him either with his upper body a little bit above his knees or past his knees to where he was getting beat, or he was getting his upper body behind him where he was getting pushed backwards and thrown off balance. Trent Williams has got to keep his feet under him. He's got to use those long arms and put them dick beaters on Jadeveon Clowney and just pummel him without the penalties. Please, no holding, no false starts. Jadeveon Clowney is smaller than J.J. Watt and probably as far as a speed rusher is going to be a bit more shifty. Trent Williams has to be prepared for that, have a good stance, get good leverage, and be able to make first contact and get his hands on Jadeveon Clowney. Tyler Columbus is going to need help. There's going to have to be a couple of crack blocks with the running backs coming out of the backfield in order to try to slow him down because he's going to end up using Tyler Columbus all day. In the center, let me go ahead and take a look who we have at center because that was really a cause for concern for me last season. Corey Lichtensteiger, he's been moved to center, so I think he'll be able to take that place pretty well. And we have Sean Laval. I can't remember who we got him from, but I didn't get a chance to see too much of him. Once again, here in Texas, don't really get a chance to see my Redskins play. I did get a chance to see some of the games on NFL Network. But and then, of course, we have Chris Chester, which I also think is a weak link. So, and when it comes to the drafting department, I think we kind of fell short because, once again, from the center, right guard, right tackle, that was the biggest weakness last season. Lichtensteiger on the left side, I believe he was the left guard. Him and Trent Williams really held things together, but we'll see how things go. When it comes to the run game, they also have the responsibility of opening those holes, bullying the defensive line, making way for Alfred Morris III. A key victory is keeping it on the ground, making the defensive backs come up into the pocket, and then opening it up with the passing game. Having number 11 and number 88 on the field, because they have the capability to torch. And now that we have Deshaun Jackson, which I'm really excited about, I really want to see what he can do. But I'm also excited about Aldrick Robinson because he's a speed burner, and if he gets behind the defensive back, as long as Robert Griffin III is able to drop the pass into his arms, that's going to be touchdowns all day long. We've got Jordan Reed coming back healthy, and if he can stay healthy, linebackers are going to have a fit because I don't think Brian Cushing is going to be able to cover him. And then, of course, we have Grant, the wide receiver number 14 rookie. He was making some impressive plays. Once again, he was going up against second and third stringers and catching a lot of passes from Kirk Cousins during the preseason. But give him the opportunity, and I'm pretty sure that we can get everything going. And then, of course, Robert Griffin III, got to make those key decisions, got to be able to get out of the pocket, which is part of the play calling, but also making sure that if he's about to take contact, learn how to slide. Because I'm sick and tired of commentators talk about him like he's a porcelain doll. He can take a hit, but everyone gets all bent out of shape when he does get cracked a couple of times. He's sturdy. That's what quarterbacks are. No one says shit when Tom Brady gets hit. No one says shit about Peyton Manning's neck when he gets hit. But all of a sudden, Robert Griffin III, 6'2", 217 pounds, he gets touched by someone's pinky. All of a sudden, they're worried that he's going to fall apart. So as far as offense, I really think that we can do well as long as we're able to establish a run game, use Darrell Young as our fullback to lead block for Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris, he's going to have to be settled from the first handoff because on occasion he'll get that first handoff and put the ball on the ground, and that spells a lot of bad things for us. But I do think that we can do well as long as we get some help for Tyler Columbus on the right side. Trent Williams, I'm not all too worried about him. I think I can pretty much see him going to the Pro Bowl, having a good season this season. Now, as far as defense, as long as we can get pressure on Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's a savvy veteran quarterback. He can still get out of the pocket and make some decent plays. Wasn't all too impressed with him during the preseason, but it is a preseason. He's got to have the help from his wide receivers, but at the same time, it's the defense that has to get pressure on him. At the same time, I'm the kind of person as a fan who likes to see our corners press up on the wide receivers so that they don't get a free release off the line of scrimmage. D'Angelo Hall is going to have his hands full with Andre Johnson. He's a little bit older, but Andre Johnson is strong as hell, and he's still got his speed. And so I'm guessing he's probably still running a 4.4, 4.5 40. So going to really have to jam him up or do the best to keep tight coverage on him, stay in his hip pocket, because he's a great pass catcher and a great route runner. I don't know too much about the second wide receiver or the tight end, but I do have confidence with Perry Riley calling the plays for the defense as a middle linebacker. We also have safeties, Ryan Clark. Bakari Rambo, as long as he wraps the tackles, because I still see him throwing his shoulder thinking that by doing that, people are going to fall down. He's got to do the fundamentals and wrap the tackle, get the ball carrier down. A lot of what we do on defense is a matter of discipline. That's the success of the Seattle Seahawks. It's a very disciplined group where they can rush 4 guys and drop the rest in the coverage, or rush 5 guys and drop 6 back in the coverage. And the responsibility of each man that drops in the coverage is they stay home to where they need to be without overplaying. That's how their defense works so well. That's the kind of formula that we need for our defense, is strong discipline and guys not being out of place. That's all it takes. Don't bite on the double move. Expecting David Emerson to hopefully have a good season this season, still make some mistakes and gets caught with the receiver getting behind him. But as long as he can stay tight with coverage, I think he can do well because he's got long arms. So when it comes to pass defense, he could be like Carlos Rogers, which everyone was critical of, and he had bricks for hands. But when it comes to pass defense, when he was on our team, he was one of the best in the league. So I really look forward to a good game between the two. A lot of shit talking going on. Me living here in Texas and supporting my Redskins, I'm always going to talk trash, but not as much as I do at the Dallas Cowboys. By the way, fuck the Cowboys. I'm going to say that every video that I make, because I do not like them bitches. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comment about how you feel the assessment should be and your opinion as far as how the game will go. If you like this video, hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Hail to the Redskins.